Bound to Burn, by Jason Fisher. Inspired by Melissa by Mercyful Fate. Chapter 1, Whispers by the River. The river cut through the valley like a wound. Its waters were black at dusk, sluggish and secretive, whispering over stones that had tasted too much blood. The villagers said no one went there after nightfall, not even the wolves. But Jonah had seen her once, standing in the mist with her hair unbound, and he had not slept since. He told himself he only wanted to see her again, to prove she was real, not some spectral vision sent to tempt him. But even as he left the chapel that evening, the crucifix heavy against his chest, he felt the lie curdle in his throat. He wasn't seeking proof. He was seeking her. The forest bowed over him as he walked. Birch and yew leaned close like old penitents, their branches black against a bruised sky. The air smelled of moss and damp earth, and something faintly metallic, like rain on iron. Each step carried him deeper from the safety of the village, farther from the bell that marked the hour of prayer. When he reached the riverbank, the moon hung low and swollen, bleeding pale light through the fog. And there she was, Melissa. She knelt by the water, her reflection trembling on its surface. Her dress was simple, but her hair, black as the river itself, shimmered with a life of its own. The air bent around her, heavy and strange, as if nature itself held its breath in her presence. Jonah froze. His training screamed run. His heart begged stay. Then she spoke. "You shouldn't be here," she said, her voice a soft lilt that felt older than the trees. "I could say the same to you," he replied, though his voice faltered. She smiled faintly, not turning. "The forest knows me. The river knows me. You don't." He stepped closer. "I know your name." Her head tilted. "Do you?" "Melissa." She rose then, slow and graceful, as if gravity dared not touch her. The fog swirled around her feet like something alive. When her eyes met his, he felt the ground shift beneath him. Not with fear, but with recognition. "You're the priest's pupil," she said. "The one who still believes." He stammered for his next words. "Yes." She took a step toward him. "Then why come to a heretic's river?" The question was simple, but the answer was not. He thought of the sermons he'd memorized, the prayers he'd whispered until his lips bled, the endless nights spent begging God for purity of thought. Yet all he could say was the truth. "I couldn't stay away." Her smile deepened. Not cruel, not mocking, but knowing. "Love and faith rarely share the same bed," she murmured. "One always devours the other." The wind stirred. Somewhere far off, a church bell tolled hollow, distant, accusing. Jonah tore his gaze away. "People talk about you," he said. "They say you curse the crops, that your words make milk spoil, that you speak to the dark?" She finished for him. "Yes, they say that too. Is it true?" She stepped closer, so near he could smell the faint trace of ash and hemlock on her skin. "Does it frighten you?" "Yes. And yet you're still here." Jonah swallowed hard. He could feel his pulse hammering at his throat. "If it is true, if you serve something else." She lifted a hand to his lips, silencing him. Her fingers were cold, but the touch sent heat rushing through him like sin. "Don't name it," she whispered. "Names have power, and power makes men afraid." He should have crossed himself. He should have fled. Instead, he reached for her hand and held it, trembling. The moment their skin touched, the night seemed to draw tighter. The fog thickened, the river roared louder, the trees leaned closer as if listening. "I don't believe you're evil," he said. Melissa's eyes flickered with something unreadable. "Evil?" she repeated softly, almost amused. "Isn't that just another word for free?" He didn't answer. "You'll damn yourself for me," she said. "I see it already." "Then damn me," Jonah whispered, "if that's the cost." For a heartbeat, she said nothing. Then she leaned in, her breath brushing his ear. "You don't know what you ask, child of the cross." Her lips grazed his cheek, fleeting, electric, and the world seemed to break open. The moon flared white. The river hissed. A whisper, low and ancient, moved through the fog, echoing her name. When he blinked, she was gone. Only her reflection remained on the water, faint and trembling, fading with the current. Jonah fell to his knees. The crucifix at his neck felt heavier than ever, as though it were dragging him toward the earth. Somewhere behind him, the bell tolled again, closer this time. He imagined Father Benedict at the altar, the villagers whispering, the priest's pupil walks the witch's path. He knew then that they would find out, that they would come for her, and that he would follow her wherever that led. The river's whisper seemed to answer him. Born a witch, bound to burn.